Hi, I'm Pete Rosethorn. Welcome to the West Real Estate Program, the program that gives you all the best information on everything to do with real estate, buying, selling, renovating, you name it, we look into it. The other day, I was getting these kids and they were hitting me with sticks and they were saying to me, you don't know anything about real estate, you don't know anything about real estate. And I'm going, ease up. That's why I host the program, kids, so I can find out more and inform myself and the audience at the same time. Great. Today, I'm coming from the West Australian, the iconic newspaper brand. Can't wait to have a look inside. And also, Dan is with our friends at Slab and Garden City.
What about some good veggie mix? Do you have that kind of soil here?
Absolutely, Dan. We've got a horticultural blend, which is fantastic.
Sarah's at HIA.
With a custom-built home, there's no limits at all. The client can get really whatever they want. Everything's on the table.
And we get some more tips from Scott Park.
So what people should be mindful of doing is introducing maybe internal doors so that if you're heating your family area, then it doesn't just drift off to the rest of the house.
Welcome to the West Real Estate Program. And as promised, I said I'd be speaking to someone from the West Australian, and I am. Here's Declan Cahill, and your title is?
Hello, Pete. I'm the sales manager for the new homes and real estate sections.
I love it. How long have you been here for?
I've been just over 7 years now, Pete.
Really? And have you moved on for this equipment?
Well, quite substantially. That was around in 1833, and believe it or not, I wasn't here then. But,
Get off.
Yeah, we've moved on quite substantially.
Well done. Now tell us about the Homes Guide.
Homes Guide, well, we've got the website, which is a brilliant addition. The beauty of the online, I guess, is maybe someone who's remotely or hasn't had a chance and has looked at something in the paper and wants to maybe have a look at some really nice photos. Yep. Interesting enough, over the last kind of couple of weeks, we'll be getting some major leads from people interested in building on, maybe they've bought a block, a 600 square metre block, and they want some information from a builder as to what's the best building to put on there and what would fit.
Thank you, Dee.
Pleasure, thanks, Pete.
See you later on. Now here's Sarah, and she's at one of Classic's granny flats.
Have you been thinking of purchasing a granny flat? If so, then make sure it's a Classic granny flat. They've had more than 45 years experience in the industry. And don't think granny flats are just for your granny. These 1 and 2 bedroom apartments can be for anyone or anything, and you won't believe how quick and affordable it is. Each unit is complete with a modern kitchen, including major cooking appliances, ensuite style bathroom and optional laundry facilities. They can be placed at the back of most residential backyards, like this one in Tapping, in Perth's northeastern suburbs. Terry, the place looks fantastic. What made you think of building a Classic granny flat?
Well, it was a suggestion by my daughter and son-in-law. It was the only financial way we could actually move to Australia. We eventually went with Classic granny flats, and then here we are.
What was the building process like?
In a word, excellent. Again, Classic granny flats was more than helpful with the design, and being an ex-engineer and an apprentice draftsman many years ago, had quite an input, and between us both we came up with what we've got probably today.
Classic granny flats not only add excellent value to your home, but are also instantly profitable. If you have substantial equity in your home, you won't need to pay a deposit and your tenant can pay off the loan. Just think, rental returns could be up to $450 a week, whilst your repayments might only be half of that. Terry, your home is 54 square metres. Do you find it's enough space?
More than enough for me and the wife. Furthermore, it's maintenance free. I left enough gardens in the UK, which I'm glad I couldn't bring with me. So at the end of the day, yes, it's more than big enough. In fact, in some areas, it might be a bit too big.
Terry, you're obviously very happy with your new home here in Australia. So what would you say to someone thinking of building a granny flat?
Well, I wouldn't hesitate. You know, particularly I'd recommend Classic granny flats simply because we've used them. And me being an ex-engineer and knowing a little bit about construction and that, they've been so good. Again, I could only recommend it to anybody who wants to go down that road.
With a choice of floor plans or the option to design your own, Classic granny flats start around $85,000. It's gentle on your hip pocket, constructed to a superior standard in just a couple of months, and will be your beautiful self-contained home for many years to come. Give Classic Granny Flats a call or go to their website, classicgrannyflatswa.com.au, or you can go to our website, realestatewa.tv.
Most brands have an iconic product. Lamborghini, Dom Perignon, Versace. In the world of fireplaces, that name is Essia. Heating and cooling specialists Hearth House are now offering these elegant fireplaces to households throughout Perth. They define beauty, are the latest in contemporary design, and they're a masterpiece in any home. And for good reason. This series is being recognised at the forefront of modern fireplaces around the world. Visit hearthhouse.com.au to discover all their incredible features.
After the break, we're back at the West Australian. Hello, real estate left out? Yes, we'll do a feature on your beach shack. That will be fine. Thank you, Rose. Thanks for calling. It's Rose Porteous. Welcome back to the West Real Estate Program. I'm with Greg Peach from the West Real Estate Left Out. Hello, Greg.
Hello, Pete. How are you?
I like your office.
Very nice, isn't it?
Yes, it's very good. Can you swing around in it during lunchtimes?
I don't really get the time. I'm sure it'd be good fun though to
You
do
work
that.
hard on your features, don't you, within
We
the Lift
do.
Out? Now, what sort of features do you do in the Lift Out?
We've got a couple of major features coming up, Pete. One is the property report on August 10, which mentions all of the current figures for the residential market here from REWA, provided by REWA.
That'd be quite an exciting one, wouldn't it?
It is. It's got all the top 10 suburbs and basically what's happening in the market here locally. The second one is the land report coming out August 24, which mentions all of the current land estates here in Western Australia. So for all of those new buyers looking for land and to build a new home, it's the perfect addition for them to see what's available in the market.
Thank you, Greg. And here's Dan. Look at Dan's hair in this segment. It's really long, but later on you'll see him it'll be short again. It's because he's got one of those buttons in his back. You push it, he can adjust his hair length like he's plastic. It's really weird. Now here he is now, and he's at Slab and Garden City. Ooh.
With every segment on the show, I run the risk of perhaps using a phrase a little more than I should, particularly when it comes to something that I'm quite passionate about. One-stop shop is a case example, but because this next story is about garden supplies, I'm happy to make an exception. Who? Slab and Garden City. Where? Their brand new store in Bayswater. Oh, they've got one in Aussie Park too. Mate, Haddon, thanks for joining me. It's a beautiful day for gardening. Obviously you need rain for things to grow. So, but this doesn't slow you down, does it?
Not at all, Dan. We're open the 7 days a week, so if today doesn't suit, then people can come back another day.
So beautifully located, it's quite central. I guess that's why you chose it, isn't it?
Absolutely. Since we've taken it over, we appreciate how big an area it covers to the inner city, and our other yard in Osborne Park sort of duplicates that on the other side of the city. So, it's very convenient for customers.
Yeah, there's so much here, like it is truly a one-stop shop. I mean, what are some of the more popular things people are taking home?
A lot of the soils and mulches for people living in the inner city area, but especially the tradies working in the inner city. Our sands and cements are popular, the white sands. So, it's all very popular.
What about some good veggie mix? Do you have that kind of soil here?
Absolutely, Dan. We've got a horticultural blend, which is fantastic.
Don't have a trailer, can't get stuff home. What are the options?
Well, we do provide a courtesy trailer, so anyone who needs to get some gear home, whether it be soil, slabs, or mulches or anything like that, we provide the courtesy trailer, and they're more than welcome to borrow that for an hour and a half or 2 hours. As well as delivery, we can certainly deliver it to your home if that's required.
Bigger loads as well?
Absolutely, yeah. We can deal up to commercial size loads, whatever people need.
If you'd like to know more, go to realestatewa.tv.
Today's housing market covers so many aspects. You've got your first home buyers all the way through to what's known as custom built homes. Today I'm here in Bicton with the Housing Industry Association's award-winning builder, Signature Custom Homes, and I want to find out a bit more about this kind of build. John, what is a custom built home?
Well, with a custom built home, there's no limits at all. The client can get really whatever they want. Everything's on the table.
How does it differ from other ways of building?
Well, compared to the project housing market where the products and processes are fairly well streamlined to ensure an affordable outcome, with the custom built homes category you can engage with an architect, interior designer, building designer and specialist contractor to get a stunning outcome for your home.
And we're in one of your stunning homes here. Tell me a little bit about Signature Custom Homes.
We operate exclusively in the custom homes category. And there are three key elements to a successful outcome. That is the design, the building and the relationship. And we focus on providing a total quality outcome in all three of those elements.
You can contact one of the HIA's many custom home builders like Signature Custom Homes, and you can check out their website at signaturehomes.com.au or head to the HIA's hia.com.au.
Thank you, Sarah. After the break, we'll be at the Herdsman Print Centre. Can't wait. Welcome back to the West Real Estate Program. Next up, some Scott Park tips. Turn.
Well, with the cooler months well and truly with us, it's one thing to build our beautiful new home. It's quite another to make sure that home is economical to run. That's why all Red Ink homes achieve the maximum 6-star energy rating. Scott Park, hi.
Allan, how are you?
Good. Now, how do you achieve this 6-star rating?
One of the critical parts of designing a home to keep it warm through these cooler months is making sure that you use the correct insulation. And part of the new codes have been introduced over the last couple of years is making sure that we reach a 6-star energy rating. And to do that, we introduced cavity insulation throughout the home and also insulation to the ceiling area. Now, that all works in harmony with correct heating, keeps the heat in the home. One of the other key things we've done also in all our product range is we include Daikin air conditioning reverse cycle. So it obviously keeps our homes cooler in the summer months, but also with the heating aspect of it, keeps it a lot warmer in winter.
So what are the other design changes you can make to a home to, help that energy rating?
So what people should be mindful of doing is introducing maybe internal doors if they're not already there. If they're there, don't delete those internal doors so that if you're heating your family area, your living areas, then it doesn't just drift off to the rest of the house down the hallways and takes a whole lot more energy to keep that area warmer. So introducing the internal doors at the appropriate areas, then that will obviously assist in keeping those areas warmer.
Thanks, Scott. Good tip. And don't forget, with Red Ink Homes, you can change your plans anytime you like because it's your home. It should be your choice. Go to redinkhhomes.com.au.
HIA, or the Housing Industry Association, are the voice of Australia's home building industry. HIA members include builders, trade contractors, design professionals, kitchen and bathroom specialists, manufacturers and suppliers. HIA WA, the best in the business.
We're lucky enough to feature some of Perth's best builders here on the program, which means two things. I get to stick my nose in some of the latest, most contemporary designs, and you get to compare one company to the next. Loyal followers of the show, however, will know there's one creative builder that recently I've been rather drawn to. And for good reason too, because this is a group who stand by some rock-steady principles, believing building on a budget is no reason to compromise, making the most out of every square metre of your property, allowing you the freedom to alter a design to suit your needs. On their logo, you'll find 101 Residential. The man leading the team is none other than Scott Park. So, how do they build 2-storey homes for the cost of many single-storey houses that are on the market today? It's buying power. You see, the sheer size of the Scott Park groups means that they've paved a path to these huge savings. Where they save, you then save. I should also say that it's smart design as well, and to prove my point, let me take you for a walk through this rather fine example. This is the Cappuccino. This is flexibility with a capital F. Imagine it as a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, single-storey home with a gourmet kitchen and a blockbuster-sized home theatre. Or you can have your cake and eat it too and design a home with a 2nd-storey, 6 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. All of a sudden, a huge home becomes truly palatial. And to spice things up a little is the alfresco, a must for our outdoor lifestyle. Through the double doors, the living area is open, it's spacious and perfectly laid out. Now, being a bit of a homebody, the first thing I notice in any home is the size of the kitchen. And I've got to say, this one gets my tick of approval. Not only that, this is quite functional as well. I'm talking soft closing drawers, this stone top island bench with brekkie bar, and check out all that stainless steel. Got me surrounded. But allow me to draw you back to the entry. On our way, let's check out the theatre. Goes without saying that these little havens are like therapy for most parents, and what I like about this particular design is that it's not entirely detached from the rest of the house. So this floating wall here is just enough to separate it from the hallway. Those stairs, by the way, lead to the optional 2nd storey. In fact, while we're here, let's take a look. Call it a studio, games room, or set it up as a library. In any case, there are 3 sizes and layouts to choose from up here. This is a 6 metre square design, which is actually the smallest. You can have a 7 or 8 metre area up here if you prefer. Then choose from 2 bedrooms with en-suites and robes, or you can use this area to have the home's second master suite. Speaking of, back down on the first floor is the spacious master suite number 1, just across the hall from the double garage. This, of course, comes with its own private ensuite, which is just on the other side, its own private walk-in robe. Beautiful. Now, there's a lot of quality in this home and there's a huge amount of detail. So my suggestion is to jump on their site, 101residential.com.au, or you can follow the links from ours, realestatewa.tv.
After the break, we're back at the West. Welcome back to the West Real Estate Program with Declan Cahill as a sales manager for the Real Estate Lift Out and Homes Lift Out, yes?
Correct, that's right, Pete.
Isn't that great? And we're in the hall, the production hall of the West Australian newspaper, and honoured guest isn't allowed in here.
Absolutely. Well, this is basically where it all happens. So the process is ads get sent in from real estate agents, builders, etc.
Yep.
And then basically the whole manufacture of the paper actually starts here. So this process runs 24/7, producing all the different magazines, inserts, etc. Everything that we do. We're all about audience delivery, so we've got a myriad of different options to appease every single reader. And basically it all happens in here, Pete.
How many copies a week would you punch out, Yuri?
5.5 million, basically, this production facility punches out a week.
It's a lot, isn't it?
It's a hell of a lot.
Love it. Can I get a coat hanger and put it in the back of my coat and go along the thing like that? Like a newspaper would, except I'm human?
No, because you'd be taller than me then.
Oh, that'd been, you hate that.
I would.
Declan, thanks for being with us.
Pleasure. Thank you,
I'm
Pete.
going to come back again whether you like it or not.
Excellent.
Ha! Now, here's Real Mark tips.
This week on the show, we're again joined by the wonderful John Percadani from Real Mark. John, so good to see you again.
Right.
A couple of questions. There's a bit of a trend out there at the moment to, I guess, not have a fixed price on a home. And what exactly is that when you don't have a listed price?
Look, there's 2 options. You can either have an open price where it's sort of suit buyers from a certain price, or alternatively a no price option where there is simply no price on the property.
So when it comes to perhaps selling the property, I mean, what are the advantages to that?
Well, in today's market, buyers are extremely informed about price, more so than a previous era. So the advantages for a seller, particularly in a market that's rising in price at the moment, is to ensure that you don't undersell your property, that you have a genuine test of the market. So it really acts like an insurance policy for a seller.
I guess we've seen some sort of, turbulence over the last couple of years in the property market. There must be some risks by doing this.
Look, there are some risks only if you don't have the right structure around it. So if you're going to take one thing away, like a fixed price, then you've got to add something back into the mix to get it right. So something like a set date sale method or an auction method to make sure that you get the right outcome.
Not a case of just listing the home, it's having a good agency behind you and that support, I suppose.
Yes, that's true. A lot of agents in Perth are certainly comfortable with having a price attached to a property. So therefore, you've really got to find those agents that have got experience in doing that so that they can deliver the right result for you.
I mean, that's great stuff, John, but more important is what do you think of my shirt, new shirt? Do you like it?
Yeah, it's great, Dan.
Yeah, well, if you'd like to know anything more about John or his team at Real Mark, go to realmark.com.au or you can jump on our website. It's realestatewa.tv and follow those links. I thought you'd like it.
It's great, Dan.
Yeah, I like it. It's good.
Offering a vast array of furniture to fit any style and space, 740 Designs is now offering the ease of one-step fit-outs for any home or apartment. They have furniture packages to suit every budget and lifestyle with the option of new or ex-display furniture. Give the team at 740 Designs a call and see how they can help add a little charm to your home.
Most of you would have heard of the Perth suburb of Yokine. It's only 6 kilometres from the city, boasts a championship golf course, an award-winning public reserve, and most importantly, a wide variety of properties. If you're an investor in the area or even thinking of moving, you definitely need some advice from professionals, the Kelly team. Fergus, your business has been around a long time. What do you think makes it so successful?
Well, I think one of the main reasons that we are successful is I have been selling in the area for many, many years. We've got the property management portfolio. I've got to know an awful lot of the owners of the properties. Also, of course, a lot of the tenants. A lot of the tenants come along to me because they know me. And really and truly, I think it's that face-to-face, eye-to-eye contact that makes it all a lot more believable for the majority of people. We've been here for a long time on the main road. I think that makes it all easy for us.
Definitely. And Suzanne, what kind of services does a property manager provide?
We do everything, but we're mainly the arm's length between you and your investment. So recently we oversaw a refurbishment of a property, and now that owner is achieving $200 a week more.
That's amazing. Do you find that people often come to you after trying to manage the property themselves?
Definitely. When they're trying to do it themselves, the property isn't always in the right condition, so they find it hard to do refurbishments, they find it hard to suggest things, and we find that the rents are normally nowhere near market value.
You can contact the team at professionalsyokind.com.au, and next month they'll be back to tell us about their fantastic sales team.
Well, that's it for today's program. Thanks so much for joining us. If you'd like to find out about anything you've seen in today's program, go to our fantastic website, realestatewa.tv. All the information is there. Follow the prompts, see excerpts from today's show and past programs. Thank you, City Toyota, and thank you to the West for having us here at the production plant and all these incredible automated robots working all by themselves. And that guy. See you next week.
And that's a wrap.